All right, everybody. So welcome back to the next video in the Bootstrap 3.0 set of tutorials. And at this point, we're going to take a look at some of the new stuff regarding tabs. And we're going to build out a little navbar up at the top. And we're going to look at another element that's changed the hero unit. All right. And so what I've got is two containers and rows, giving me a centered position on all those. And so what I'm going to do is start two UL classes, or I'm sorry, one UL here. This is going to be a class of nav and nav tabs. Didn't look right there. Okay. And so we're going to have, we'll do like 3 LIs. And we'll do home, about, and say contact. All right. Typical menu. We have link. All right. All right. And this first LI, we're going to call it active. So as if we landed on that page. Okay. So let's go back and take a look. There we go. We can do tabs, or we can actually change this. There's a new one called pills. Oops. Let's save that. Refresh. That is a much nicer effect. You can dive in and change a lot of the CSS that's already in place. Basically, that gives you a couple of different options. You can also stack them, which is nice. Now you can add to the nav pills. You can add nav-stacked, and that should put them vertical. There it does. And again, you're getting a full width. If you want, you can put that in a much smaller, MD-col-2 or 3, and it'll be a much more narrow menu system. Okay. One of those things, I usually don't prefer menus vertical. That's just design preference that I have. Somebody might have a different idea, but that's pretty much the way I look at it. Let me get rid of that UL. Okay. And we'll label this too. All right. And so just refresh that to make sure. Okay, that's what we want. Now, the original hero unit has been replaced with something pretty much the same thing, just a different classification, different class name, and that's actually called the jumbotron, which I thought was a pretty cool name. Jumbotron. And we'll create that div, and then we'll just throw a H1 in there. So, hello, this is the jumbotron. Okay, so again, nice centered, wide area. You can go in, obviously, if you wanted a lighter color background. You want to change the styling. You want to change it to a little bit deeper, a little bit wider. Excuse me, a little bit taller. Option you can. But this is a really nice, simple way of getting getting your site, the top, third of your site already set. One thing we could do is that hasn't, I don't think has changed completely. We can do a pull dash right, and that should move header over. Yes, it did. Okay, so if you wanted to put it in on the right hand side, that works the same. I believe there was a pull middle. Oops, maybe center. I've never liked having. If it does work, no, it doesn't. Okay, maybe center. No, even if it did work, I never really liked that. But I have seen people doing it with margin zeros. I always prefer the if I'm going to do a top nav like that, I always prefer it to the right with the logo on the left. Again, everybody's preference is different, but that, as far as design goes, that's the way I prefer it to sit. You want the logo and the branding to be primary, because everybody's going to read top left, and that's where your logo should sit, as far as, again, my personal preferences, and then also your navigation top level on the right. So, all right. But I think that'll do it for this video, and we'll go on and we'll start with in video number 4, I think we're up to. We'll go in and start take a look at some of the other buttons and the drop downs and things like that. So thanks for watching.